good givers are great getters. And so those who are good servants, they get the best. They get the most result. And service is something everybody's attracted to. And if you're a good giver, and if you're a happy, enthusiastic giver, then people want you around. And I think that's the key to success, having people inspired by your work and you bringing them the kind of happiness that comes from the work itself.
So what elements, aside from service, what parts of the actual yoga practice help you most in your work and business?
Well, always. We know if we operate from a still mind, we can go to work and deal with what's in front of us. Krishna says, do the work, forget the misery. And that's Maharishi. Krishna says, you have control over the work alone, but never the fruit.
Right.
Maharishi said, do the work, forget the misery. Those who do the work and those who engage fully in the work do much better work. Because, those who are present and awake can really do a good job. And those who are distracted by noise and those things that separate you from the moment, are distracted, and they do less of a good job. So this is basic information. This is not deep yogic science. Good givers are great getters. It's simple.
In your book, you talk about being a business yogi, about having to make choices that benefit everyone else. Can you talk about how that sense of ethics is important in business right now?
If you're a vegan, don't run a steakhouse, do what it is, you do things that inspire you, that lift you up. You have much greater worldly success that way, but also you can sleep at night. And I think the yogi knows his only pursuit is this still mind that promotes this happy, blissful attitude. We want to be blissful and happy. Everybody wants to be, quote-unquote, enlightened. And so doing things that are karmically correct is one of the first things you learn when you want to evolve faster. Someone will tell you, do what's right, It's common sense. All of what's in, certainly my book, is pretty simple. It's common sense. Stuff that we remember sometimes, but the practice is to remember to remember. Why do we chant God's name over and over again? It's because we don't want to forget. We forget too often. Or if not, you don't like the word God, just this idea of being connected and being awake. We move towards it through all different kinds of practices because we know when we're in that space, we're fully happy and engaged.
You talk about your transformation from your youth in the streets to becoming a member who serves a community. What creates the heat for that sort of transformation?
I think experience, sometimes wisdom is wasted on the old people. Sometimes you wake up, not to walk in the fire. Some people walk in the fire. Some people know don't join a gang or sell drugs or take drugs or destroy your mind. Some people learn. But always you're forced to learn. Have faith that this is what makes you feel good, and this is what we know is lasting and stable in terms of promotion of happiness. Have faith that this is the path. We already know it, but we have a kind of a pain body or something. I think Eckhart calls it a pain body, or something in us that kind of draws us to the same negative behavior. But as we can break out of it, one of our heroes at Jivamukti, Ruth, says when you find yourself on the wrong path on the train, this statement? Find yourself going the wrong way, get up on the train, get up, go to the side, go the other way.
Do something different.
Go the other way. It's simple. And even now this month, when I'm faced with negative thoughts, think the opposite, right? Kind of the same, but all of this which is in the scripture that makes us happier or have a more lasting impression of happiness, all of this stuff is repeated over and over and over again. It's just a question of, can we, one, gain faith in it, and two, learn to make habit from these good behaviors.
Do you have a morning practice? Do you have a powerful way of starting the day to tune your mind? Or
I get up in the morning. I'm a TM fan. I'm on the board of the David Lynch Foundation, so I get up and I light a candle, and I sit for 20 minutes, repeat my mantra, and that helps me to open up my day. Gives me a chance to let the thoughts settle, let the mind settle. Meditation really settles in sometimes, and sometimes But mostly you take good inventory and you have a clear mind. You go to work, an expansive mind. So I do that every day.
So some people believe to be successful and spiritually on track, you have to renounce belongings and material possessions. What's your advice for those that are spiritually in tune but want to be more successful in the world?
Reese's rap. Do the work, forget the misery. Put your head down, do the work.
Yeah.
Hard work, resilience, and faith. There's nothing to create practice. Hard work, resilience, and faith. You can never fail until you quit. You can't fail until you quit. So sometimes it takes a little longer than your business plan. Stay on your hustle. Don't quit. Something I say all the time. It's very important. You have to stay on your hustle. You're doing something, you're not going to starve. Most likely, you have faith that you're going to find food. Your happiness is from inside. The results will not make you any more or less happy. It's the work itself that should make you happy. But work with a calm mind. Operate from, Christian preachers say, operate from abundance. Mm-hmm. Right? That's the prosperity rap. Operate from abundance. Operate, which is, it works everywhere. But, it has to do with happiness too. But operate from abundance.
It sounds like the practice really roots you in yourself. In yoga, we call that pratishtaya, to become firmly established. It's like the world is a playing field. Everything is open if you're grounded in yourself.
Yeah, you're the watcher. It's a movie.
You're a witness.
The witness watches the movie, plays whatever role he wants. Those who are not witnesses and are separate from that are extras in the movie, but those who just can watch the movie can play a lead character, can play the role they want to play. So yeah, it's important to try to be a watcher through meditation, through the physical yoga practice where you have moving prayer. Smile and breathe in every pose. This is asana. Smile and breathe in every pose, no matter what. And that's why we have a twisting triangle. You smile and breathe in that. You can smile and breathe if somebody's screaming, like, what are you screaming about? I was just bent into a pretzel. Fuck out of here. Like, what? Are you kidding me? So that's what's beautiful about yoga. Because even when it's just the physical practice, you move towards a lighter, happier space. And the lighter, happier people are more giving, less selfish, more willing to take care of each other, more willing to pick a political agenda that doesn't benefit just a few, but benefits everyone. Protect the animals, protect the planet. This is what happens just by physically practicing yoga. But of course the other 7 parts, they're very helpful too.
Yeah. Okay, so yoga unites us all, and it's a balance. Success is a balance between the inner and outer world. Thank you, Russell Simmons, for joining us on Yoga Sutra Now. Thank you for tuning in. Please join us next time.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right, thank you.